Right, so let's get started. Hello, everybody. My name is Aoife. I'm super excited to share this practice with you today. It's all about creating space, maybe bringing focus to our bodies, building a little bit of strength, flexibility, and hopefully getting the cardio going as well. So if you're ready, we'll all meet on our mats in a comfortable seat. So this can be Sukhasana, easy pose, so just legs crossed, or maybe we're propped up on our shins, or maybe you prefer to lie on your back today, or maybe go into child's pose. I like to grab a cushion just for underneath my hips, just to bring a little bit more support to the lower back and also bring more length into the spine. I invite you to wiggle around here, just finding your connection to the earth here, pressing into our sit bones. Imagining that there is a puppet string connected to your tailbone, rising all the way up, all the way out through the spine and out through the top of your head. Roll the shoulders up and then away from the ears, down the back. Wonderful. If you feel comfortable to close your eyes or bring weight to your eyelids. Hands can be placed on our knees, or if you'd like, you can bring them to your belly today. Begin to settle in. Letting go of the day so far. Letting go of what's to come. And making a decision here to be present. To show up for ourselves. Bring your awareness to your breath, not changing it, just observing it in its natural movement and rhythm. Is your inhale longer than your exhale? Try to make them even. And if they are even, try to make your exhale longer than your inhale. Observe your belly rising and falling. On an inhale, observing your belly creating space, your rib cage expanding, your chest rising. And on an exhale, observe your belly soften. Your rib cage draw in, your chest fall. Just being with this movement. Taking in energy with each breath. Releasing stress with each exhale. Wonderful. Just enjoying this exploration of breath. Coming into ourselves here. Maybe a nice time to set an intention, or you can say something to yourself like, I am strong. Just allowing that to settle in. Wonderful. And when you're ready, you can relax your palms back onto your thighs, flutter open your eyes, and just taking a moment here to observe your surroundings, observe how you feel. Wonderful. If you are in Sukhasana or have your legs crossed, I invite you to switch the direction, switch whichever leg is in front. And we'll begin a little gentle warm up here. So starting with our shoulders, we'll inhale, squeeze and lift our shoulders up towards our ears. Wonderful. Creating space here in our torsos. And on an exhale, relaxing the shoulders back down. Creating space here again. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, squeeze and lift your shoulders up towards your ears. And on an exhale, relaxing your shoulders back down. Oh, lovely. 1 more time. Inhale, squeeze and lift shoulders up towards the ears. And on an exhale, relaxing the shoulders back down. Wonderful. On your next breath, on an inhale, bring your chin to chest. Nice and gently here, making sure the shoulders are not creeping up. We'll make sure they're down, taking them away from the ears. Wonderful. And on your next inhale, sweep your right ear over to your right shoulder, as far as it's comfortable in your body, just feeling a gentle stretch here on the left side of your neck. Breathing here. And on your next exhale, coming back to center, chin to chest. On an inhale, nice and gently sweeping your left ear over towards your left shoulder. Breathing here. And on an exhale, chin to chest. We'll do that 1 more time on each side. Inhale, sweeping our right ear over to our right shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, left ear over to left shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Taking a breath here. Inhaling, raising our head back to center, back to neutral. And we'll bring in a gentle twist. So inhale, sweeping the fingertips up high. And on an exhale, gently twisting over towards the right, bringing the right fingertips behind our lower back, maybe pressing them into the earth. And gently lowering our left fingertips on our right knee. Maybe bringing our gaze over our right shoulder, if that feels comfortable in your body today. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to gently twist. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to gently twist. Wonderful. Inhale, sweeping the fingertips up high. And we bring it over onto the other side. Exhale, gently twisting over towards the left, bringing the left fingertips behind the lower back, maybe pressing them into the earth. And gently resting our right fingertips on the earth. Maybe bringing our gaze over our left shoulder. Breathing deep here, feeling that stretch here, that twist. Lifting and lengthening on our inhale. And on our exhale, maybe gently twisting. Wonderful work. On your next inhale, sweeping our fingertips up high. And on an exhale, gently send your torso over to the right, bringing your right hand to the earth, maybe even your right forearm as well, but just making sure we're keeping that left glute nice and connected to the earth here. If it's raising, just come back up a small bit. Sweeping our left fingertips up and over, creating space here in the left side of the torso. Pressing away from the earth here with our right fingertips. Breathing here. And on your next inhale, sweeping nice and gently up to center, fingertips up high. And on your next exhale, gently sending our torso over towards the left. And observing how this side may feel different to the other side. Maybe your left hip is tighter than your right. Or maybe the other way around, just being where you're at today. Wonderful. On your next inhale, gently press yourself back up to center, fingertips up high. And on an exhale, let your fingertips nice and gently float to the earth. Amazing, amazing, everyone. All right. So if you did have a cushion underneath your hips, maybe gently place that to the side. And if you were in Sukhasana, maybe just giving your legs a little bit of a stretch here. Just warming up our bodies here today on a Monday, just being nice to ourselves. And we'll meet on all fours in tabletop. So wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. You can keep a blanket here for your knees if you like. I like to keep a blanket for my shins here, so my whole shin is covered by the blanket. So fingertips spread nice and wide. Nice long spine, nice long neck. And we'll do some cat-cow to create space in our spine here, wake up our body. So we'll inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the chest, lifting the tailbone, shoulders away from the ears, gaze up to the sky. And on an exhale, rounding through your spine, chin to chest, pressing into the tops of your feet, pressing away from the earth. Really arching that spine here. Inhale, dropping the belly, opening the chest, lifting your gaze, lifting your tailbone. Wonderful. And on an exhale, rounding through the spine, drawing the navel in and up, chin to chest, pressing away from the earth here. Wonderful. Doing a few of these in your own time, moving with your own breath. And again, maybe getting a little creative. You can bring your gaze to your left hip and then your right, kind of doing a little swing here with your body, if that feels good. You can come back into child's pose, press yourself back up. Whatever feels good in your body today. Do one more round of breath here. And then we'll meet back in our neutral tabletop, where we will thread the needle. So pressing into our right fingertips here, making sure we are nice and supported. We'll inhale, sweeping our left fingertips up high to the sky, opening the chest here, creating space in the front body. And on an exhale, sweeping your left fingers through your right arm here. So threading the needle and maybe bringing your shoulder to the earth. Maybe you can rest your head here on the earth as well. And maybe even bringing your right fingertips out long. And just trying to press into the tops of the feet and try to keep the hips as neutral as possible. There will be a slight imbalance, that's okay, but just trying to be aware of that. Breathing deep here. And when you're ready, if you had your right hand out long, bringing that back underneath your shoulder. And on an inhale, pressing yourself up, opening up, lifting our fingertips up to the sky. And on an exhale, coming back to our neutral tabletop, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. So inhale, sweeping our right fingertips out high, opening the chest here, a little bit of a twist. And on an exhale, threading the needles, so sweeping our right fingertips through, bringing our right shoulder to the earth, and maybe our head as well. Maybe bringing our left fingertips out long. And again, just being aware of our hips here, making sure they're not going over to any one side. Just trying to keep them as nice and stable as possible. Take one more round of breath here. And when you're ready, if you had your left fingertips out long, bringing your left palm back underneath your left shoulder. Inhaling, sweeping our right fingertips up to the sky. And exhaling back to our neutral tabletop. Awesome work, everybody. Let's bring our big toes to touch. You can spread your knees as wide as your mat and send your hips back. For child's pose, we'll stay here for 3 breaths. If your forehead makes it to the earth, maybe rocking it from side to side. Can feel really good. It can wake up our intuition, our third eye. If you feel any tension in your body, see where you can release any of that tension on your exhale. Wonderful. When you're ready, nice and slow, pressing ourselves back up to tabletop. Knees underneath hips, wrists underneath shoulders. Inhale to tuck your toes, pressing into your palms here, maybe even bringing them out just slightly in front. And on your next exhale, sending your hips up to the sky to downward facing dog. In your first downward dog here, keep the knees nice and generously bent, maybe even pedaling out our feet here. Can feel really good. Maybe even coming up onto our tippy toes, bending the knees generously here, pressing into our palms, and then sending the heels down as much as possible. We'll take 3 cooling breaths here, or lion's breath. So we'll inhale through the nose and exhale, let it all out through the mouth. We'll do 2 more of these. Inhale through the nose. And on an exhale, let it all out. 1 more. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, let it all go. Just like Elsa says, let it go. Inhale, bend your knees, bring your gaze to the top of the mat. And on an exhale, you can step, walk, or jump to the top of your mat, and we'll meet in a forward fold. So you can keep your knees bent as generously as you like here. Try to bring your belly to your thighs to bring some relief to the lower back. So if you need to bend the knees to do that, pressing into the feet here, letting the head hang, maybe grabbing opposite elbows here. Breathing deep, sending the breath to the lower back here. Wonderful. On an inhale, come to halfway lift, walking your palms up your shins, just like a number 7. And on an exhale, fold forward. Inhale, press yourself up nice and gently to standing, vertebrae by vertebrae. And when you get to Tadasana, mountain pose, make any adjustments you may need to find your foundation. Lifting all 10 toes, spreading them nice and wide, and lowering them down one by one. Can bring a nice lift to the arches and just bring a little bit more support to our foundation. Lifting our hip points, nice strong legs here, as if we're pressing into the earth, trying to crack the earth here. So nice strong feet, lifting the hip points, drawing the navel in and up, lifting our chest, rolling the shoulders away from the ears, connecting with our breath here in Tadasana. Wonderful. On an inhale, sweeping our fingertips up high. And on an exhale, come into chair pose, bending the knees, sending the hips back, nice long spine. Arms can be out long, or if that's a little bit too much, we can bring our palms at heart center here, sinking the hips back here, pressing into the feet. And fold forward. Wonderful work. Inhale halfway, and exhale, fold. Plant the palms, step it back to plank. Nice strong plank here. You can stay here, or you can lower all the way down. Inhale, baby cobra for this first one. So just gently lifting our chest. Maybe even bringing our palms off the earth. And exhale, kiss your forehead to the earth. Inhale to tabletop. And exhale, downward facing dog. Wonderful stuff, everyone. Inhale, lift your left leg out long. 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step your left leg through. Lowering your back knee for low lunge. Anjaneyasana. So we'll make sure our right foot is pressed into the earth here. And maybe just do a little rock forward and back here as well. Squeezing our thighs together, we'll press ourselves up to our low lunge. Checking in with our foundation here, making sure our knee isn't tracking over that front ankle. Pulling that left hip crease back, softening that right hip crease forward. Maybe sweeping the fingertips up to the sky. Staying here for 2 more breaths. If you wobble, that's okay. And on an exhale, surrounding that front foot, maybe grabbing our blocks as we come into our halfway, our half splits. So straightening that front leg, maybe bringing it out a little bit in front, flexing our left toes towards our forehead and sending our hips back here. So again, just like in our low lunge, softening that left hip crease, that right hip crease forward and pulling that left hip crease back. Breathing here, feeling that stretch here in the calf, maybe keeping a little bit of a bend in the knee could be nice too. Whatever works for you today. Breathing here. And on your next inhale, surrounding that front foot again. And we'll tuck the toes, the back toes, and just do a gentle twist here. So bringing our right fingertips in close to our left foot. Inhale, sweeping our left fingertips up high. Twisting here again in our low lunge. Breathing here. And on your next exhale, surrounding that front foot, stepping it back to meet the right. Coming into an optional vinyasa here, chaturanga, or coming all the way down, baby cobra or cobra if you would like this type. Exhale, kiss the forehead to the earth. And we'll all meet in downward facing dog, or if you would prefer to go into child's pose first. You do you. Maybe taking a cooling breath here, inhaling through the nose. And exhale, let it all out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, let it all out. Awesome. Okay, now let's do the same on the right. So we'll inhale, sweeping that right foot out long for three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Awesome. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Amazing. Inhale, three-legged dog. And exhale, step it through to get ready for your low lunge. Maybe rocking it back and forth here. Opening up that hip. And then lowering that left knee to the earth. Maybe uncurling your toes as well. Squeezing your thighs together in your midriff. Pressing into your feet. Inhale, sweeping your fingertips up high for our low lunge. Wonderful. You can have your hands here at your hips too, if you would prefer. You can sweep them out high or palms together at heart center. Making sure that right knee is not tracking over that right ankle. Taking 2 more breaths here. Wonderful. And on your next exhale, surrounding that front foot, maybe grabbing your blocks. Sending the hips back, lengthening out that right foot, flexing that right foot towards the forehead. Softening that left hip crease forward this time, gently pulling that right hip crease back. Taking a breath here. Wonderful. On your next inhale, nice and gently surrounding that front foot. Tucking the back toes to lift the knee. You can keep the knee on the ground if you would prefer. Bringing that left palm in closer to that right foot. Inhale, sweeping the right fingertips out high. And again, just making sure our knee isn't coming out or anything like that, that it's just tracking nice and gently over, not over the right knee. the right ankle. Getting jumbled now. Wonderful. And on your next exhale, surrounding that left foot, stepping it back to meet the left, coming into plank, optional vinyasa here. And we'll all meet in downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Savasana. Amazing. Inhale, bending our knees nice and generously, bringing your gaze to the top of the mat, and we can step, hop, or jump. And we'll meet in a forward fold. Inhale, keeping the knees bent, sending the hips back, coming into chair pose. Exhale, forward fold, well done. Inhale, halfway. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, pressing into our feet, rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae, coming to standing Tadasana, mountain pose. Wonderful, taking a moment here to connect to our breath. Maybe taking a sip of water. And we will do that again, this time adding a little bit to it. So finding your foundation here, making sure our shoulders are nice and relaxed, making sure we're pressing into our feet, chest nice and raised. And when you're ready, we'll inhale, sweeping the fingertips up high. And on an exhale, hinging at the hips, we'll fold forward. Inhale, halfway, your version. And exhale, fold forward. Planting the palms, step it back to plank. Coming into your version of vinyasa, so chaturanga or all the way down to the earth. Baby cobra, upward dog or cobra. And exhale, we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Wonderful stuff. And we'll do the same here. We'll come into our three-legged dog. So inhale, lifting the left leg out high. Three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Wonderful. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. And exhale, left knee to right elbow. You're doing great. Inhale, three-legged dog. And exhale, step it through. Coming into our low lunge. Inhaling, sweeping the fingertips up high, coming into our low lunge. Taking a breath here. And exhale, we'll surround that front foot, grabbing our blocks for halfway lift, hear me, half splits. Wonderful, and we'll surround that front foot. Tuck the back toes, and we'll come up to our crescent lunge. So making sure before we do that we have a nice solid foundation here in the front foot, making sure that left knee is not tracking over that left ankle. Inhale, coming up to crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Shoulders away from the ears. You can bend that back knee. If you are struggling with stability, it can be good to just practice that, bending the back knee just to find where your stability lies. Taking a few breaths here. Wonderful. We'll inhale, sweep the fingertips up high. And on an exhale, coming into warrior two. So spreading our fingertips out long here, as if someone is pulling us from either side of the room here, just so we have a nice centered torso. Hips are probably going to be facing this way, but that's okay. Nice, strong foundation here. Might be a good time to say to yourself, I am a strong, fierce warrior. Inhale, sweep that left palm to the back of the room, humble warrior. And exhale, sending that left fingertip to the left side of the room. We'll come into extended side angle. You can rest your left arm on your left thigh, or you can bring it down to the earth, or grab a block, whatever feels good in your body today. Sweeping that right arm up and around, and hopefully finding that energy here in the right side. Pressing into that back foot. Opening up your rib cage here. A little bit of a twist. Wonderful. And on an inhale. Woo, I just lost balance. On an inhale, coming back to humble warrior, reverse warrior, and then coming back to warrior two. Wonderful stuff, everyone. Taking a breath here in warrior two, and we'll cartwheel our palms back down. Stepping our left foot back to meet our right. Coming into an optional vinyasa here. And we'll all meet in downward dog. And we'll do the same thing again. So inhale, three-legged dog with your right leg this time. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. And exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. And exhale, step it through. Lowering down to low lunge. Maybe uncurling your back toes, and we'll inhale, squeeze your thighs together to come up to our Anjaneyasana. Low crescent. Breathing here. And on your next exhale, we'll surround that front foot, coming into our half split, so grabbing our blocks if needed, sending our hips back and lengthening out that right foot. Feet are flexed, pointing towards the forehead. Breathe here. Wonderful. And on your next inhale, nice and gently, surrounding that front foot. Making sure that right knee is not tracking over that right ankle, very important, VIP. And coming up on that left foot, so that knee is now away from the earth, and pressing into our foundation, we'll come up to our crescent lunge. So again, if you wobble or lose balance, that's okay, that's totally normal. Taking a few breaths here. And we'll inhale, sweeping the fingertips up high. And on an exhale, coming into our warrior two on the right side. So again, as if someone's pulling you from either side. Nice, strong torso, shoulders away from the ears. And we'll inhale, flipping the palm, our right palm, to the back of the room, reverse warrior. And on an exhale, sending that right palm towards the right side of the room, coming into extended side angle, sweeping those left fingertips up and over. Pinky towards the earth, pressing into that back heel. Staying here for 2 more breaths. You're doing great. And on your next inhale, coming back up to reverse warrior. And exhale, coming to warrior two, just for a breath here. And we'll surround, cartwheel our front foot, step it back to plank, optional vinyasa here, or we can all meet in downward facing dog. Pedaling it out. Taking a cooling breath here, lion's breath. So we'll inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Awesome. One more round of the same thing. And then we'll go into our cool down. Wonderful work, everyone. So in our downward dog, so pressing into our right heel. Inhale, three-legged dog, left leg out long. And exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. And exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it through. Lowering your back knee, coming up to our low lunge. Staying here for 2 more breaths. Wonderful. Inhale, surrounding that front foot, coming into our halfway lift. Sending our hips back, lengthening out our left leg, feet flexed towards our forehead. Inhale, surrounding that front foot, tucking our toes, lifting the knee off the earth, coming into our crescent lunge. Wonderful work. We're going a little bit faster. Taking a breath here. Inhale, sweep our fingertips up high. And exhale, open it out to warrior two. Taking a breath here, finding your stability. Inhale, flip the palm, reverse warrior. And exhale, reaching towards the left side of the room. We'll come into extended side angle, sweeping those right fingertips up high, pinky towards the earth. Breathing here. If half moon is in your practice, I invite you to take half moon. Otherwise, take a few more breaths here. Making sure we're not dumping our weight into that left thigh. We're just gently placing our left arm. Wonderful. If you're in half moon, come back out. And we'll all meet, sweeping our fingertips out long in warrior two. making sure those shoulders are not creeping up towards the ears. We'll inhale, flip the palm, reverse warrior. And exhale, so cartwheel our hands down, surrounding that front foot. Step it back to meet the right, and we'll come into our plank, lowering all the way down. Inhale, baby cobra, cobra, or upward facing dog. Exhale, kiss your forehead to the earth. And we'll press, inhale, press yourself up. We'll all meet in downward facing dog, pedaling out our feet for our last round here before cool down. You're doing awesome. We'll inhale, three-legged dog on the right side, sweeping that right foot out long, pointing or flexing the foot. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Woo. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it through, lowering your back knee, coming up. Getting ready for our low lunge, pressing into our foundation here. Inhale, squeeze and lift up to low lunge. Taking a breath here. And on your next exhale, surrounding that front foot, sending your hips back for half splits. Wonderful work, everybody. We'll inhale, surround that front foot, coming up to getting ready for our crescent lunge. So tucking the back foot, raising our left knee off the ground, pressing into our front foot here. Inhale, squeezing our thighs together, coming up to crescent lunge. Nice, strong crescent lunge here. We'll inhale, sweeping the fingertips out high. And exhale for our warrior two. I'll just turn around. So we'll inhale, flip our palm, coming into reverse warrior. And exhale, extended side angle. If half moon is in your practice, I invite you to take that now. Otherwise, stay here, focusing on making sure we're not dumping our weight into our right thigh. Opening up here, so almost pulling that left hip, pressing into the back heel, pinky towards the earth. A few more breaths here. If you're in half moon, I invite you to come out of that now. And on your next inhale, coming back to warrior two. And exhale. Inhale, flip the palm, coming into reverse warrior. And exhale, cartwheel the hands back down. Stepping your right foot back to meet your left for plank. Last vinyasa, lowering all the way down. Inhale to cobra or baby cobra or upward facing dog, whatever feels good for you today. And exhale for our last downward dog. Wonderful work, everybody. Just going to turn around. And when you're ready, let's lower our knees to the earth. We'll swing our legs to one side and come to a seat with our knees pointed towards the sky and the soles of our feet are connected to the earth. Lowering down one by one, we'll come to a supine position. lying down. So the soles of the feet are under the knees, and we'll just do a quick bridge. So bringing our palms down by our sides, palms facing the earth. And we'll inhale, lifting our hips ever so gently. They don't have to go very high. Just making sure our knees aren't going one way or another, keeping solid knees, imagining we're squeezing a tennis ball between our thighs. And on an exhale, lowering down vertebrae by vertebrae as if we were placing a pearl necklace back in its place. Wonderful. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, lifting our hips. Chest rises. And on an exhale, vertebrae by vertebrae, lowering back down. Awesome work. Inhale, bringing one knee into the chest and then the other, and just giving yourself a gentle rock from side to side. Maybe even coming into happy baby. So bringing our knees nice and wide as our armpits. Shins are pointed towards the sky, feet are flexed. Maybe bringing our palms to our shins, maybe our big toes or the sides of our feet. Maybe lengthening one leg, bending the other. Maybe rocking and rolling from side to side. We're happy babies. Yay. Awesome. And then hugging our knees into our chest one more time, maybe giving ourselves a kiss on the knees. Knees are awesome. They do so much work for us. Thank you, knees. Wonderful stuff. And on an inhale, squeeze, 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 squeeze. And exhale. Let it all go out long. Coming into Shavasana. If there's anything you would like to do before you go into Shavasana, I invite you to do that now. Take a few moments. If not, I invite you to get ready for Shavasana, whatever feels good for your body. So maybe grabbing some extra pillows and blankets. Legs up the wall can be really nice. Bringing a rolled up blanket and putting it under your knees can also feel really good. And if you were doing any final poses, I do invite you to start getting ready for Savasana. When you're ready. And if you found a spot here that you feel nice and comfortable in, just making any adjustments, shimmying the shoulder blades down the back, adjusting our tailbones maybe. Feet can fall out from either side, palms facing towards the sky today. We want to absorb all the energy for the week and absorb all that wonderful work we just did. If you feel comfortable too, I invite you to close your eyes or bring weight to your eyelids and maybe bring your focal point to a certain area. I invite you to scan your body, observing anywhere you may be holding tension. Starting with the right foot, the left foot. If you're holding any tension, release that now. Coming up to the knees, making sure our knees are nice and soft. Making sure we're not holding any tension in our glutes or buttocks area. Making sure our shoulders are relaxed. Releasing any tension from the furrow of the eyebrows, the jaw. Is your tongue stuck to the roof of your mouth? And then bringing your awareness to your natural breath, observing your belly rise and fall. Relaxing more and more with each breath. I invite you to completely surrender into the earth, allowing it to hold and support you. If the thinking mind starts to wander, bring your awareness back to your breath. I am holding space for you and will call you when it's time. You are welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as you may need. However, if the rest of the day is calling you, I invite you to bring awareness back to your body. Maybe bringing a little bit of movement to your fingers and your toes. Maybe rocking your head gently from side to side. Maybe giving yourself a nice, gentle morning stretch, reaching your arms out long, just like you would when you first wake up. And when you're ready, roll over onto your favorite side into a fetal position, maybe resting your head on the soft part of your arm. Just again, being aware that you are held and supported. And nice and gently keeping your eyes closed or gaze softened, gently press yourself back up to a comfortable seat. Just taking a moment here to observe how you feel. When you're ready, bring your palms to heart center, and we will honor our loving mind with our thinking mind by bringing the thinking mind to our hearts, chin to chest. I just have a small quote I would like to read out from Alexander Den here. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. When a flower doesn't bloom, we fix the environment in which it grows, not the flower. Let's bring our palms to our third eye in between the furrow of our eyebrows, our intuition. Thank you so much for taking this time out of your day for you. Thank you for showing up for you. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. The light in me honors and respects the light in each and every one of you. Have a great week and namaste. Thank you, everyone.